have you start by saying and spelling your first and last name.
Okay.
What's that?
Terry Ceasar-Hudson, Terry Ceasar-Hudson, 2 last names.
Okay, and give us your position.
Executive Director.
Okay, now give us your full name. Say, my name is Terry Hudson, and I am with the.
Okay.
And this, let's do this directly to you.
Okay. Hi there, I'm Terry Ceasar-Hudson. I'm the Executive Director of the Indiana Children's Wish Fund.
Awesome, got it. Okay, now everything else will be to me. Tell me, what is the annual celebrity softball game?
The annual Celebrity Softball Game is an event that takes place at Victory Field, and in where we pair and bring in all of the Indianapolis Colts, the Indiana Pacers, and other local media celebrities and other celebrities. They play a 7-inning softball game. There's a champion crowned at the end of the game, and it's one of the few events where the public can come in for a reasonable amount of time and enjoy seeing their hometown heroes up close and personal doing something that they don't normally do.
And how did that get it started?
It was a brainstorm I had years ago, a conversation with one of my board members who said something to me about the fact that it wouldn't be fun to have the media play against the Indianapolis Indians. And from there it jumped into, wouldn't it be fun to have the Colts and the Pacers compete? And I met with someone from the Indianapolis Indians, and they jumped aboard, and they donated their facility, have really become a huge part of the event and help organize the event. I think they're very proud of what we've accomplished with 10,000 people in the house at the time of the event.
Awesome. And talk a little bit about your organization and what you guys do.
Indiana Children's Wish Fund is an Indiana-only organization. We're not affiliated with any national organizations. We're a single entity, and we grant wishes to children in Indiana who have been diagnosed with a life-threatening or terminal illness. Our kids are referred to us by various hospitals throughout the state of Indiana, social workers. Many come from Riley Children's Hospital and Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. At some point, every child in the state diagnosed somehow will end up in one of those hospitals. But we do get referrals from, like I said, other areas. We grant wishes to these children and their families, and have been doing so since 1984. I've been with the organization since '85.
Awesome. And going back to the softball event, who does that benefit?
It benefits Indiana Children's Wish Fund. We named it after a beautiful wish child who was involved with the first celebrity softball event. Robert Mathis came in at that point, and we invited a couple of our wish children to join us for a opportunity to have a commercial run with Robert Mathis. And one of the children, Caroline Sims, was a part of that first one. She passed away after the first event. She passed away the following December. So the next year we made it in her memory. So this is the Caroline Sims Memorial Celebrity Softball Challenge.
And talk about the progression of the event itself.
Well, year one, we were concerned whether we would even have any celebrities. We wanted to make sure that we did, but there was really no way of verifying it. We were so humbled to see all of them that came out. We had probably a couple thousand people there. Wasn't a big crowd by any stretch of the imagination, but we saw the capabilities of the event, so we planned bigger and better for the next year. Our crowd doubled, actually more than doubled. And by year 3, it had tripled. And by last year, there was over 10,000 people. So we expect it to be even larger this year. The Indians have made it a much more professionally run event, in the sense that they run it just like they would an Indians game. They take it completely over when it comes to everything that's going on during the game. We partner with Channel 13. Dave Calabro is our MC. We have Laura Steele from FBQ that goes into the crowd and talks to the people in the crowd. And then we have Pat McAfee usually there, who will run around and doing funny things. Robert obviously is the name person, and this year we've added 3 new ones, which we're very excited about. Dwayne Allen, Paul George, and George Hill. Last year it was Robert and Roy Hibbert.
That is awesome. How much do you hope to generate?
Well, we would love to raise 6 figures, and we can do that if people will come out and attend this event. We look for corporate sponsors. I would say that we would love to raise $100,000 at this event.
And have you come close to that in the past?
It's getting better. It's growing every year. We have not hit the $100,000 mark. The Tony Stewart Foundation is our large sponsor, and they come in and are a huge help with us with this event. They've been a terrific partner for us. So we've got some pretty phenomenal partners. And having the Indians on our side and having the Tony Stewart Foundation on our side, along with the Colts and the Pacers and the news media, every news station comes. It's all done live. All the sportscasters play. We have other, like I said, celebrities that are not sportscasters or football players. We have professional baseball players that have played and won World Series that come in. So it's pretty phenomenal. It really is quite the event.
Yeah, I'd like to go. When is
Well, you
it?
will go.
I will go.
You will go. I'll give you some information.
Okay, well,
June the 4th.
you've already went through some of the celebrities who participated. So what have been some of the most memorable moments?
Well, there's been so many memorable moments at this event, but I think the one that stands out for me, we have a wish child that always participates. We have our wish children there. A lot of them that are feeling well, will run the bases. They'll do different things with the players. And 2 years ago, one of our wish children, who had just had some surgery on his legs and was in 2 bright chartreuse green casts, and who uses a walker to walk anyhow, got out on the field and he ran the bases for one of the players. Obviously, his running isn't like a normal child's running. He has problems. And by the time he was running around those bases, the entire crowd at Victory Field, over 10,000 of them, were on their feet cheering his name. And when he reached the round home base, every single Colt and Pacer and player there ran out and gave him a high five on home plate. It was quite something. The entire field, the entire group of people there were all inspired by this. It was really something.
That sounds touching.
It was very, very touching.
Would you happen to have photos or videos of that?
I don't know. I'd have to dig that up and find out.
That'd be pretty good to have, I think. Where do you see this at in the future?
Well, I hope it's just an event that continues to grow. I would love to see some national celebrities come in for it. Some past Colts players. We'd love to see Peyton come back home for it. Something we've talked about. Obviously, would like to fill the stands. I think that the Victory Field holds about 16,000. Wouldn't that be fabulous to fill the stands and still make it so family oriented that whole families can come out and it's affordable for them to enjoy a day at the ballpark with the hot dogs and the Cokes and this baseball with people that don't play baseball. How fabulous.
It is. Well, at 10,000, you're pretty close to 16. So, what's the most important thing for people to understand about what it is you guys do?
Well, I think there's two things to understand about us. I think, as I said earlier, we are a single entity organization. People do confuse us with the national organization Make-A-Wish, and we are not affiliated with them. We are a single entity statewide group. Our money is raised in Indiana and stays in Indiana. And the other thing that I think people need to know is that when we grant a wish to these children, we're not only granting it to the children, we're granting it to the families. We're creating lifelong memories. We're creating happiness for the kids and for their families, and we're taking the children out of the hospital and doctor environment and allowing them for whatever they choose to do for that day or that week or whatever time that they are gone or whatever their wish is, to be normal, to have fun, and forget how sick they are.
Could you talk about some of the wishes that have been granted?
We have had some pretty phenomenal wishes. We have had children. We have brought a child's grandmother from Ethiopia, who was in Indianapolis for the last 3 weeks of her life, and was in bed with her when she passed away. That's all she wanted was her grandmother. Woman didn't speak a drop of English. We have had a biography written by one of our wish children who wanted that book given to, upon her passing, given to specific people, which we did. We have sent children to Europe. We have sent children to Australia. We have had cruises. We've had puppies. A puppy. We have built playhouses. We've refurbished bedrooms. There's been meetings with celebrities of all sorts, whether it be sporting or movie stars or television stars. We had one girl who ended up as an extra in a Tom Cruise movie. She wanted to meet Tom Cruise. We had a meeting with the Pope. There's just been some pretty extraordinary wishes over the years. Things that you think you can't get done and you do. Michael Jordan. We have to remember we've been going back to 1984. I've been there since 85. And when you think of the numbers of people that have come through and become famous, and we have done a lot of them. So we've made some pretty incredible. We have children that have survived that are now involved with us. And the other thing to remember about our organization is our relationships with these families continue over the years. We still have relationships from parents 25 and 30 years ago that still support us, that still come to our events, that we are in contact with, that we give tickets to. It's a family, and that's, I think, the thing that we take the most pride in is the fact that we're very family-oriented, and we maintain that family relationship even after our children have passed, if they have, or have grown up. And a lot of the children who have been able to be cured have gotten involved with us and sit on committees and do all kinds of things for us.
Awesome. Talk about the nomination for this award.
Well, I was very surprised to receive it. I was thrilled, happy for our organization. And I think in the category that we were nominated, I think it's wonderful that this event that we worked so many years and so hard to acknowledge and have people acknowledge and to attend, that it's being acknowledged by Nuvo. I love that.
We're going to just try that one more time, only because I didn't have you say being nominated. They're not going to hear my voice at all, so just so they understand what the question is. So if you could start with being nominated for a new award, and
So now what do you want me to do?
Just start with being nominated for the Nouveau, I'm sorry, I don't know the exact name of it, but just starting with being nominated by Nouveau for this award.
Okay.
And getting it.
Okay.
Anytime.
So being nominated by Nouveau for this award was surprising and made me very happy because it's about an event that we've worked very hard on and we want people to become more aware of. And I think with this nomination gives us great credibility and a whole lot of people that we can reach out to.
Awesome job. And we can cut that with what you just said before, and then we'll